Richardson. Richardson. Kaboom! Sessions had it blocked by Richardson. Look out! Richardson! Richardson sprinting by Carter Williams for a gorgeous jam. Richardson for three. Kaboom! Josh Richardson, look out! Richardson with a ferocious basket attack and the foul. Winslow drives in and jams. An explosion from Justise Winslow. That's Winslow, and that's good. Winslow from behind with the rejection. Off the deflection, Winslow dumps it home. Nice move by Winslow. Winslow with the steal. Yes, and the foul. Winslow with a gorgeous block. What a takeaway by Winslow. Here comes a Flalo. Blocked from behind by Justise Winslow.
But they are critical and needed to be more even so this season. They're part of some rookie duos that have really graced the Heat history. You'll go all the way back to Cycling and Sherm, Karan and Rasul. You know about the greatness of the captains over the years, Wade and Haslam, Beasley and Chalmers. Now, Winslow and Richardson, really critical on the court, particularly during the second half of the season when they were coming into games together, but also a little bit of a comedy act. Here's part one of Take Two.
I want to be a guy that, you know, the organization feels like they can build around, you know, a cornerstone.
It's a big thing for us. I mean, being able to know that the coaches in the front office thinks we can be a big piece to what we want to do here, and we don't take that lightly.
3, 2, 1, your change.
Gentlemen, when you came together initially as rookies, you really didn't know each other the way that maybe some other guys do, age difference, different schools, different conferences. But when was it that you really started to bond? Not necessarily as just teammates, but as classmates from the same rookie class.
The first day we were here, I saw Josh at the hotel, and I didn't really say anything to him. I kind of just, like, walked by.
You saw him, knew who he was at that point, and just kept moving.
Yeah, I was like, what's up?
Okay.
But, I mean, just working out that summer, we just kind of bonded. We were the only rooks. We were in there every day, all day, so we had to be friends with somebody, so we just chose each other, so.
That's the best friendship cosign I've ever heard. Josh, your feelings on that?
Yeah, we were in the gym every day, so it was like...
You want someone to talk to, so.
Yeah. So it was like, hey, we're in here, what's up?
It's a forced relationship, but it's been working out.
Yeah.
So far, so
like,
good. Do you remember this whole, like, almost
like
not wanting to say hello moment? That
He brought it up to me.
Yeah.
He brings it up all the time.
Because he was kind of like, I was like, when we first got here, I was like, yeah, I don't really like him. Because it was like, we walked past each other, and I was like, hey, he was like, and I was like, all right, cool.
You're like, this is
I'm gonna go to the room.
Exactly. I'm going.
Yeah. We started really bonding, like, probably after the All-Star break, like when we both started playing a lot, well, when I actually started playing a lot. And so we, like, had to grow a lot together because there was some, like, stretches in there where things got harder, and we kind of leaned on each other.
Let's piggyback right off that time frame. You came into this franchise with the expectation you were going to hit the floor and go. You initially got here with a little bit more of a development vibe. We get to that period that you're talking about right now, early March, and you guys are checking into the game together. You're a part of the critical rotation that's trying to have a significant playoff run. A little bit more about that time.
We obviously had different paths, but the thing I like about Jay Rich is that, you know, he was working hard behind, you know, closed doors, you know, staying after practice and putting up the rep. You know, he didn't come in a knockdown shooter, but, you know, by the time his name was called, you know, he was a sticker.
Josh Richardson having a coming out party here in Chicago.
I just remember we would start checking in the games together, and, you know, it was kind of our thing. We thought it was cool, but one day, Spo said, kids. He called us the kids and told us to check in, so We like a little bit more respect than that, but we are kids, so it's all good.
You're a kid.
Yeah, I'm still a kid.
The separation even between your own ages, I understand. You had a blueprint of what it looks like to be teammates for a long time right in front of you when you guys showed up. Of course, Udonis Haslem and Dwayne Wade came into the organization at the same time, spent 13 seasons together. When you guys look at that model, understanding that it's maybe the most unique thing you see in this business of guys staying together that long, what did you take from it? Did you have conversations with them about that type of teammate longevity?
You can just kind of see it. Like, you can see how they interact with each other. You can see, you know, when they're on the court together, you can see that if D-Wade's dribbling somewhere, UD knows exactly where he wants to go. So, like, he's positioning himself to where he needs to be at. I think me and Justise kind of started getting like that in Summer League this year a little bit because we were, you know, the leaders of the team. So, I mean, we kind of got to the spots we needed to. I think it'd be great to be able to get like that at some point.
They've been kind of caretakers for the Heat, you know, for over a decade now. So just seeing their bond, you know, between each other and, you know, their connection and, you know, leading the team is something that we kind of looked up to as rookies, and that connection that they built, you know, over the course of 10+ years was cool to see.
Nice speed and dunk by Wade. The two old-timers on this squad.
We try to stay out of the DMs with Josh and Justise, but we do follow them. They're intense on the social platforms. A little Instagram from Justise right here. That's right, you two, side by side, representing the alma maters right there. But as we dive into part 2 of the second season, we're talking to 2 experienced young players. As you all look back at the experience that you've already gained, it's pretty remarkable when you think about a rookie year that turns into what it did, particularly in the second half of the season for both of you combined. And then you consider the playoffs. You all didn't get just one, you know, as Spo likes to say, anvil and hammer experience in one 7-game series. You went through 2 7-game series. And so there just had to be a little bit more that stuck to you all from an experience standpoint as you all move into this next season. What did each of you take away from those experiences?
No, I'm just grateful for it because, you know, there's not many rookies in the NBA that can say they even had a chance to be in playoff contention. And so, you know, Justise and myself, we got 14 playoff games in our first year. And there's a lot of guys in like their 5th year that can't even say they have that.
Richardson blows past Lowry, takes it in, and slams it down.
I'm just excited for the future and see what it holds. And I'm like, you know, with Justise, I'm just really, it's amazing to see like how fast a 19-year-old kid at the time you were 19. Like this
Some respect.
This 19-year-old man-child, like how fast his brain processes things and how fast he's grown up. So I think we still have a lot of growing to do, but it's crazy just to see how fast things have been moving.
Justise, for you?
For me, it just helps because now I know what to expect from a full calendar year. You know, I've been pretty much, you know, other than the finals, Eastern Conference Finals, I've seen it all from Summer League to preseason to 82 games, getting through that, and then the playoffs. And so I know kind of what to expect.
Oh, what a move! Justise Winslow!
Some of the other guys that we have this year, some of them haven't been to the playoffs at all. Some of them haven't, you know, played in the Game 7. So I'm just using that to make myself better, you know, make Josh better, make the team better. So I know how to prepare. I know how important every detail is. So it's just preparation and just that aspect of being a professional in this business that I think, you know, I took away from, you know, that run last year.
By all measures of emotion, it seemed like after that Game 7 with Toronto that the 2 of you took that loss extremely hard, if not the hardest.
The Raptors making history in Toronto today, advancing to the franchise's first ever Eastern Conference Final.
You got to deal with that pain and the impact of it. Was it more than you anticipated, that feeling of the season is over?
It was tough, but I looked at it, you know, I actually talked to Tyler in the hallway on the way to the back and was like, you know how this, you know, we got to get back here. Like that was the big thing. And so over the summer, we were just all working, and we all know what the playoffs feel like now. And so we can all use that to lead the new guys, like Justise said, like that haven't been there, don't know how to work, like the little details and everything to get out to get there. So I think it was just matured us a lot and, you know, just got us more focused.
I just knew that the team was going to be, you know, very different I didn't think it was going to be this different, but I knew the team was going to be different. I knew certain guys weren't going to be back. So it was more about, you know, those friendships not being there, those memories, those experiences, and just all that being over. You know, on the court is great, you know, competing is great, but even more important and stronger than that is the relationships you build off the court. And so, not to say that those relationships were over, but just, you know, they were coming to an end with this special group. I think that's kind of what hit me hard.
I've noticed in the Heat locker room over the years that shaking your rookie label, which would be quicker for you, is after your actual 82nd gameplay. Is that still a dynamic in there, or are you all shedding your rookie dynamic immediately?
I played 82 games.
You were very close, but not.
No, I played playoffs.
No, but I said regular season games again.
Oh, man, my bad, Jack. You're right.
I've been around a little bit longer, and I just recognize these dynamics. Do you find that is going to be the case? Or are you pushing for a straight year 2, I'm no longer a rookie situation?
I probably call Josh Rook more than any other guys call us Rooks. And so
we call each other.
You have some catching up to do then, apparently.
Yeah, D-Wade told me I wasn't a Rook after training camp, so.
That's it.
He's a Hall of Famer. I'm going by that
So
one.
if that's the case, let's go by this. This is the quicker assessment, so we'll go with that one. You mentioned earlier Rook 1 and Rook 2 have got to go, even though that Dr. Seuss magic was awesome.
it was,
I still got the shirt in the closet.
Understood. What's coming then? Are you said you want something new. Have you been working on something new for the tandem?
We're just looking for a cool word, something,
Yeah.
Something beyond dynamic.
something a little bit more respect on it, you know?
Respect on it. Yeah, I like that.
Respect on it. Respect 1, respect 2.
Oh, Lord. We've already started. Come on, somebody put it on a T-shirt right now.
No, don't do that.
That's not gonna sell.
Heat fans, Greasy Andy with tonight's item of the game.
Josh, we'll start with you. What is it that you know about the game at this level that you wish you knew when you took the floor either last summer or in your first NBA game?
How hard you gotta work, man. Like, everything that I wish I knew is outside of the game. Like, you know, I thought I worked hard when I got here, but, you know, I didn't work nearly hard enough. Like, I would take off days. I would, you know, kind of not go hard every day in practice, but think I was playing hard and wouldn't pay attention to details when I was working out. And now, like, it's just like a whole new level in this. I mean, it paid off, so.
Mr. Winslow, you could jump in the Wayback Machine. What would you take with you?
I would probably say knowing how to take care of my body better, and that diet, you know, sleeping, and then just getting treatment, that sort of thing, because you can't really prepare for an 82-game season. You just got to hope to be in the best, you know, shape possible for it. And so that's the biggest thing. I mean, the X's and O's, you learn different schemes, you learn different tendencies. It's just about understanding how important every detail is. I could get away with, you know, I was best player in high school, you know, in college, I'm one of the best teams. So we could get away with not following every detail. But at this level, that's what separates guys, is just the mental, you know, toughness, attention to details. Everybody's good. Everybody can make a contested shot. Everybody can dunk. So it's not, you know, anything really physical. It's more the mental and attention to details.
All right. This is a very important growth moment we want from both of you right now. The one thing you admire about your fellow Heat classmate is what?
He first.
Josh, you lead the way.
The thing I admire about Justise is how mature he is for his age.
That's not what I was gonna say.
So, like, honestly, like, sometimes I look at him, I don't even think he's, like, I don't even remember he's 20 years old. Like, you know, especially in big situations or something, like, Justise is good for a big shot. Justise is good for a big stop. Even off the court, like, he carries himself like a, you know, like a man already, which he is. I mean, he's been a man since he's like 12 years old, but, I mean, it's just, you know, it's not often that you see people his age act like he does and, you know how to handle themselves like he does.
Before you answer, you said you didn't think he'd say that. What did you think he was going to say?
I was gonna say my hair.
Okay, let's stop.
I mean, the hair is great.
It's a whole nother thing. The jealousy I have is next level. But anyway,
Can I do two things?
You're absolutely. If you have two things,
All right, the first is
question was one.
The first is
Go
a
right ahead.
physical thing.
Okay,
Probably his hands.
gotcha.
Because I got these little baby hands.
You got a catcher's mitt. You got an infield.
You got a little baby
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Oh, my! A Crushing, explosive dunk for Josh Richardson.
Just getting to know him and hearing about his story from old teammates is Josh was never really expected to be a lot. You know, he came into college as kind of just a defender, and then eventually, you know, all SEC. Came to the league, second-round pick. I mean, some expectations, but probably was a guy that people thought was going to be in the D League for a while, but worked hard, went to the D League, did what he had to do, came back, and just his work ethic, it paid off for him. So that's something I admire. Just a guy that didn't play all the games, didn't play a lot in a lot of the games, but he stayed with it, worked hard behind closed doors, put up the hours, put in the work, and it all paid off. So I think that's a lesson for, you know, a lot of players. Whatever you do, and your job is just putting in the work, and so that's something I admire about Josh.